Do 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 do. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, MBs. Welcome to the Final Fantasy stream on Friday evening. You know, Final Friday, jokes write themselves. I'll not bore you with that. So, you might think to yourself, okay, when Shad's last left off, didn't he just leave Rocket Town? Why is he suddenly over on this side of the world again? What's going on here? Well, again, as is my one, I've actually been doing some off-screen grinding so I can show off something that I'm fairly confident a lot of you may not have actually ever done on a casual playthrough of this game, which is to the game's detriment in some sense, because it really should feel like, you know, you might be breadcrumbs to this kind of stuff, but it is an RPG from 1997. I suppose it's not to be unexpected. Anyway, something I did off screen, which I kind of cocked up on last time, was that I picked up the Mithril item, which was from the guy in the sleeping cave on the other continent. The one where you have to do a certain number of battles in order to obtain it. And it says here, this might be of some help to you. What might this be, you wonder? Well, in addition to that, I've also been grinding levels for limit breaks for both Cloud, who's now on level 3, which means that he, of course, now has Meteor Rain, which is actually pretty good in its own right. It's not as good as Omni Slash, of course, because what it is, but still. But I've also been doing it with Varys, who you might know is actually on the cusp of getting her level 4. Don't know why I'm trying to get her level 4 so early in the game. I mean, she's got a long and healthy life ahead of her. But anyway, point being, these two things are connected, and I will now explain. So we came to this house way back when, and it turns out, like, you know, it was empty when we got there, but now it's actually not. But this is plot related because we need to search for the keystone, apparently. I'm sure it's not real. Anyway. So yeah, we've at least got a hint on where to go get the keystone, which we will need to do at some point. Oh! You know, that's closely related to WMD. Don't take anything I say seriously. That's this guy's, like, you know, modus operandi here. Okay. Oh. So what we specifically want here is we want the small box. We don't want the big one. We want the small one. If I fuck this up and I actually pick what is meant to be, you know, the big box, then I will have to reload, because I want the small one specifically, but I don't know which one it is, which is really irritating. Let's go back up here, once he moves out of the way. There we go! So, Great Gospel, what the hell is that, you might wonder? Well, it's only Eris's level 4 limit break. So, well, when in Rome, as they say. Achievement unlocks. Hell yeah. So, let's switch this over. Eris's Great Gospel limit is something I've never used in a casual playthrough before. I've never even actually got around to, like, knowing it existed. So yeah, it makes everyone, you know, invincible and also restores them to full health. And I think also full MP for that matter. It's broken. If you had this later in the game, which you don't for reasons I obviously can't spoil, then you would be able to curb stomp some of the super bosses a lot easier, like Emerald and Ruby Weapon. But yeah, we've got the Tiny Bronco anyway, and the Tiny Bronco can go up rivers, which means that you can actually cut through the continent quite easily. So, we know we need to go to the Gold Saucer for the keystone from Dio. I know that some people pronounce it as Dio, but as far as I'm concerned, it's Dio. That's what watching JoJo's will do to you. But we're not going to go there just yet, because there's two other places we want to visit first off. One of which is going to be Wutai, the other of which is actually a place that we're going to go to eventually anyway as part of the plot, but you can go there right away. It just means we kind of have to navigate around the coast a little bit to get there first. So there are essentially 4, 5 continents to this world. There's the 2 main ones. There's the northern one. There's Wutai, and then there's the islands to the south east. We're actually going to the northern continent at the moment. And so there's some pretty strong enemies here, but we should be okay. We're not actually going to be doing much fighting. We're instead going to a specific location. So here we are. So this is the Bone Village. We'll be visiting here later in the game. But for the moment, we're just going to visit and actually buy some stuff, because there's some really nice gear here. The Diamond Bangle, for example, is pretty good. So I'm going to be buying a couple of those. The Rune Armlet gives double growth, but we don't need to worry about that. Stock up on some high potions. We need a fair few of them. 23 is probably good. Tents, a couple of those. Getting sound, yep, we're all good on that. Great. Alright, we're all set from this particular guy. There we go then. So I like that there's this fighter jet here on top of this giant, you know, dinosaur. Very Macross. It's pretty cool. So we bought some gear, but that's not actually the reason we're here. There are 2 other reasons we've come over here for the moment. Sounds dangerous. Maybe we should go there in a minute anyway, just for the fun of it. In fact, let's do that, because although we lack the Lunar Harp, there is something we can get here still. So just keep your eyes peeled. It should pop out eventually, I'd think. Ah, this is where we need to be. So we're not going to go any further than here, but you might... Just a scene on the left there, look at that! Oh, where's it going? Where is it? There it is. Got it. So, the Kujata materia, it's actually not that great, but it's just... Quite see it while we're here. It does fire, lightning, and ice damage to all enemies, which on paper sounds great, but if any of the enemies that you fight have immunity stat, they're immune to all of the damage as a result, which is a bit shit. But more pertinently, the other fact is that you can't actually use Elemental Junction with that to get any benefit out of it. You can't use it, for example, to block all those elements simultaneously. It just has no effects, which is a bit crap, but well. I believe from what I'd read somewhere that you could actually do the excavation thing here now, but apparently I can't. Well, that's fine then. We can come back here later anyway, because we're going to come back at this point regardless. We got ourselves some new kit anyway, which will be very handy coming up. Stop materia in a second. For the moment, let's just get rid of him. We also, of course, got Sid in our party last time, so I'm keeping him around. Off screen, I've done some arrangement, of course, of all the various kit that we've got. Sid is currently going to serve as our support character. I put enemy skill materia back on, but I'm going to try and not use it that much if I can at all help it. So yeah, Kujat's quite strong, but it's only useful if the enemy, as I say, is not immune to any of those elements. Also some leveling up of our materia as well, so they're all in pretty good shape. I'll give that to Cloud so he has a multiple multi-hitting thing there. One thing I should note, by the way, I've equipped the Destructs magic with added effects, so some of Sid's spear attacks now will actually instantly kill the enemy. That is, of course, if they're not immune to the death effects, but that's still pretty potent. It means even though he's loaded up with magic materia, he'll still have quite a powerful impact using his attacks. But anyway, so we've been there. What we need to do now is actually head on over to Wutai. This is an optional place. You cannot really do anything here unless you have Yuffie at this point in the game. And it's tough. It's tough for reasons that will become apparent soon enough. And it'll make all of my hard work and actually getting all of my materia, you know, in the arrangement it's in, completely wasted. But I figured I'd at least have it handy in case we had any fights on the way over there. Can't obviously go into the deep sea here on the tiny Bronco. That being said, you can probably see on the map, depending on how good the resolution is, that there is a junction, or like a piece of land where it crosses over. So we've now just made it over to Wutai's shores. Now we just need to find somewhere to disembark. It'll do. Before we go anywhere else, I'm going to save. No, you're not late at all, Grumpy Cloud. Just been doing a little bit of preparation and some off-screen elements. But this is the meat of what I'm going to be showing off today, which is Wutai. So let's get to work heading over to, you know, there. But oh, there's a scene. What's going on here? I once caught a fish this big! I think that might be because Aeris has like developed the meta power of hearing the music. So pay attention to the list of commands that I currently have available here. All of my materia is gone. Every last bit of it. Bit of a shitter though, isn't it? Well, Yuffie does have an affinity for materia, so it might be that maybe she stole it, possibly. Yep, Yuffie's made off with it. Well. So yeah, we now have no materia. Not even the materia that we had stocks. It's gone. Whoops. So this changes up how you play this part of the game quite substantially, as you might expect. What I'm actually going to do is, because Aeris is normally a magic user, I'm actually going to take her out of the pie at this point, and the same with Sid for that matter. And instead I'm going to replace them with our two long-range hitters here, Barret and Vincent. The reason this is, first off, I've got Barret's Limit Break stock, which is going to be very useful in a future fight. But on top of that, both Barret and Vincent, because they are long-range weapon users, they actually still get full damage even though they're in the back row, where they take less damage. And this is going to be vital. Just make sure they're all kipped out with the correct gear. Just gonna put accessories on for the moment. None of the other accessories we really have at this point are all that helpful. So, save as well. Oh. Creaky bridge, creaky bridge! Ah! Oh, we're fine, we're good. I actually am going to have Barrett do something other than using his limit break here. Because you can still use items, of which I do have some. I still have grenades back from Midgar, for example, so we can use those. They don't do a lot of damage, mind you. But I don't really want to use his limit break at this point. I definitely want to save it for later. Got some Molotovs here as well. Say, Molotovs do decent damage. They're flying enemies, so they've got a lot of evasion, but thankfully Vincent's got a sniper rifle, so that always helps. And he can still crit with it. I'll not say no to some good items there. I've also just realised I need to give certain other kits to the characters I've got. Which means... I had actually given this accessory that I got previously, the sprint shoes, to Sid, which automatically put you in haste, which is a very useful status effect, and it's the only way we're going to get it right now. So I'm going to give that to Cloud, since he's currently doing the most damage out of all of our party at this time. Other than that, let's carry on up north. Ooh, that's nasty. This does give me a chance to show off Vincent's limit break, though. Yep, I did just before you joined the stream, actually, Grumpy Cloud. Yeah, I think that one's dead. Yeah, Vincent's limit break is actually pretty powerful against regular enemies. There are just certain bosses in which you can't use it against because he will actually end up inadvertently healing them. Yeah, he's on a killing spree there. Ah, Bolt Plume. We're going to need that. And you might know that you can see these enemies are dropping a lot of X potions, which are full heals. So that's quite nice. Also, this is a dead end. Whoops. So at least the game is compensating you for the loss of materia by having these enemies drop items, which is nice. But it's also in some way prepping you for the coming boss that we're going to have to fight as well. Yeah, just look at all these items that are ending out here. Like, they really are heavily compensating for this. I've got to figure out a way to get over here. This was the bridge we took. It's just proving a bit awkward for me to figure out where we're meant to be going at this point. Nah, I should be fine. I'm fairly confident it is actually the way I originally thought it was, which is up here. We'll find out as we go. Ah, you can see the bridge on the right-hand side, so I need to find a way to cross over to there. Clearly should have gone to Google Maps. I look forward to seeing this in the remake, by the way, because I genuinely want to believe that Yuffie would just, you know... Ah, we need to go down and under. That's it. I genuinely want to believe that, like, when Yuffie steals all the materia, she just makes this yoink! Like, this comedy noise. It'd be really good. So, okay, yeah, this is where we need to go. Oh god, it's these fuckers. Alright. These guys are quite dangerous because of that attack we saw earlier, so I'm just going to wrap it up real fast. Ideally, I'd have wanted to save that for later, but I also don't want to die at this point either, so yeah. Yep, here we go. Oh. Yeah, the controls are freaking out a bit there for some reason, not sure why. How odd. Alright. Well, we made it past that particular place, and we're just getting over here. And check this out, there's a town. Oh snap, I made it all the way there. So this is Wutai. Just to give you a reminder, the Shinra Corp were actually at war with Wutai, and it was at Wutai that you might remember that Eris's adopted mother, I think it was Elmira, her husband died fighting against Wutai. And it's also like Wutai like itself was like the target of the Junon cannon. That's why it exists there, basically, as a big fuck you, like, you know, what the figure to try and fight against us again. Ain't happening. There's a lot of cats in here. We will actually be able to come back and get something from here later. But for the moment, we're just going to leave them all to it. Well, fair enough then. I will leave you be, mystery person. So just to stress again, this place is completely optional. I am actually arguably here a bit earlier than I should be because you obtain weapons at the next plot point of the game that have no materia slots but do higher base damage than the weapons that I currently have. And they seem to be designed for the... They seem to be designed in mind for this particular section. But I'm doing it early because that's how I roll. Alright. This is a side quest I've already failed at, but there are 6 Turtles Paradise flyers throughout the world. I have seen 2 of them, I believe. And if you see all of them, you get a set of items from the guy in the pub. but they're not necessary. And oh shit, it's the Turks! Shinny! Cloud, what's wrong with your arm? He's like bent it backwards like this way. It's weird. God damn it, Elena. So the Turks don't want to fight because they just want to get liquored up. God bless them. That's something for later. So yeah, I would be legitimately curious if there's actually any interview material, I doubt it exists, mind you, about Wutai's, like, creation. Or rather, like, in terms of it being created for this game, because if you haven't already guessed, it very clearly seems to be a commentary on post-war Japan in which it lost. And now it survives basically by being a tourist trap. Which doesn't quite... How do I put this? Like... It doesn't quite work in, like, you know, comparison to, like, how Japan happened in real life, which was... It was the point of the Nazis, there's no mistake here. Whereas Wutai versus Shinra, like, it's obviously Shinra in the wrong here. Okay, so I'm going to buy some of these. We will need them. Thankfully, they are quite cheap. We're not going to need the chocolate feather because we'll actually be getting better accessories soon enough. So yeah, I just would be curious to like see or hear from like, you know, Nomura or someone like what they were thinking with regards to, you know, Wutai, like what was it meant to be a commentary on, because it does seem to me be like, you know, like very mournful about, oh, you know, we lost our way, but the way that of course things happen with Japan in real life doesn't quite reflect the reality here. Anyways, the chest here, let's crack it open. Ooh, materia, yes! Oh, that was my bad, sorry. Nope. Well, she's a ninja to be fair. So yeah, even if you actually get any materia at this point, it will be stolen from you immediately by Yuffie. Gonna save here. So we've got two places we can go now. I'm gonna go to the left. You can see there's a pagoda in the distance. Seriously? Yep, she sold that too. Well, Godo's having a good time. This place looks important, but we can't do anything here right now. But yeah, this place being like, you know, 1950s Japan is pretty apparent. There's a resting spot at least, which is nice. So close to finding Yuffie though. Let's see what this person has to say. Well, he's not having that, is it? Oh. Well, fair enough then. I guess we'll be on our way. So, no sign of Yuffie here. Looks like we'll have to take the alternative path. Before we go any further, I am actually going to swap some equipment around. Cloud that. Sprint shoes for Barrett. And for Vincent, we'll give him... Doesn't really matter, to be honest. I think if you say yes, he spots it anyway. But yeah, we're now heading up the side of this mountain here, where we'll hopefully find Yuffie. But of course, there are some monsters here to be dealt with. Wow, there's just a complete self-cloud. That's rude of them. Well, we did buy items, so we might as well use them. Barrett can't be slowed, by the way, because he has the sprint shoes. Well, they're dealt with, pretty much. Yes, give me all of your deadly waste. Yep, it doesn't like we're going up here, so we're gonna have to head the other way. Dead end again. Ooh, that's very rude. Okay, fair enough then. We do have alternative items here. Right at the bottom. I should probably actually resort my items. So yeah, you actually do get to arrange things by different categories, and this can be quite helpful. So with that done, we should be in a better spot now for using those items, which we're going to need very shortly. Okay, something I want to note, you can see that, you might be able to see it depending on the resolution of the stream, but in the bottom of the screen, the moment you can see this little spear in the fire, these flames, we can't put them out at the moment, but we can do later. It won't be until the end of Disc 2 if I recall correctly, but we can do it. But that Dragoon Lance is a weapon for Sid anyway, so he can have that for the moment. Oh. Oh, never mind that. Let's try back down here to the right. Let's go down here, see if we can progress. Nope, not there. That's the top of it. I might miss something, to be fair. It's not immediately clear where you need to go, but it can't hurt to explore. That does it. I'm not sure what the light curtain is actually, to be honest. Shame we're not getting any AP from this, because it would actually be very, very nice to have that. Anyway, let's head back down here. I keep getting caught on something while trying to navigate this particular part. It's not having it. How annoying. Okay. Yep, nothing up here, fair enough. Caves are no low, of course. Losing MP really isn't the end of the world here, because obviously we have no materia, so it doesn't matter. I've got to try going back through here, because it seems to keep getting me stuck, which is really annoying. Unless there's an alternative way that I've not thought of yet. How annoying. If I can anything in here. Of course that. This is a tiny bit irksome, I must say. There we go. It was just being really awkward for some reason. I have no idea why. Alright, not here. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do, actually. Whoops. Again, not a big deal here, losing MP. I'm entirely okay with that. The closer they get Vincent's Limit break up, the better. That's really spoiling of them. So we have Vincent's Limit up for the boss actually when we get to it, which is really nice. Right, let's head back down again. nothing here. Where is it? There we go. Okay. What I'll do, since I got a bit lost there admittedly, is I will save. Alright. You'll have to excuse the awful performance I'm putting here on stream, I'm afraid, but what I'm actually going to do is go onto a guide and just, you know, actually figure out what the feck I'm meant to be going here. Instead of be showing stuff up, I didn't think I'd be doing it this badly, to be honest. You obviously can't see me like looking off screen here, but I'm just having a casual browse at my phone. No, not quite there. Not quite there. There we go. So apparently Reno and Rude are meant to be there, but they're not, which is weird. Aha! Found you. And she's gone. So where did she go? Oh, that's me not paying attention there to the screen. Thank you, by the way, Gobi Cloud. Like, if you're not playing this on stream, then obviously, you know, like, you'd spend time trying to figure things out, but I don't want to bore you all to death by doing that. Spending time wandering around in, like, circles. So... what might this be? Let's punch this pot. No, you won't. She's a con artist. But yeah, we got Shimmer soldiers incoming there. We're getting pissed. See, Reno's on the mark here, you know, like. But who's this him they're referring to? It obviously isn't our gang because we bumped into them before and the Turks were like, well, whatever, who cares? God, what a pencil pusher. Words to live by. Ellipses to live by. Well, Ada's like, well, screw you, I'm gonna get, you know, on the performance review this month. So this is Yuffie's house. Let's see where she's got. I have legitimately forgotten about this particular story thread here, but I can kind of get behind it. Like, as much as I would be like, you know, well, you gotta move on and get on with your life. Like, there are plenty of tourist places around the world, or like places around the world where their heritage like feels diminished. And that was something that obviously the staff at the bar mentioned as well. Call me crazy, but I have a funny feeling this is not going to work. Well, that's just rude. Oh, Jesus. Yuffie. Good God. There we go. Good Yomi on her part though to think to herself, hey, you know what? They don't believe me. But that doesn't matter. Like, you know, I'll just bait them into it. So okay, she's gone now. We best get on our way. In fact, before we go there, let's check out the pub. So, the Turks. Reno and Rude are still here. But obviously, Elena's made her way off, so we should probably go back the way we came. And before I forget, I'm going to move Cloud into the front row. He has more than enough hit points to survive what we're going to be facing soon enough anyway, and this will increase his damage output. I've also just realised I've still gone ahead a bit early. Yeah, I actually need to go back down the mountain again. I still dropped so many items though. Alright, back down we go. There's still some stuff to do. Let's go search for the numbskull. Alright, here we are. So... secret room. Well, Yuffie's in a bit of a bad place. What's going on here? Oh shit! It's Don Corneo! You're this lecherous bastard. Can we shoot him to the sun? Yep, so Don Corneo is back. And he's just as disgusting as he was previously. Alright. Pick up some kit. So yeah, this is who they were after. I have got nothing to say other than just to make that gesture, to be quite honest. Oh, an S-Mine. Very nice. I will gladly take that. The S-Mine is one of the most powerful on-use items that you can get in the game. Not the most powerful, but it's certainly up there, and that will be very useful soon. Alright. Well, before we go chasing after Corneo, let's rest up. I'm sure Elena and Yuffie are fine, like, you know, we just took a quick snooze on the job, they'll be okay. Oh, but shit, Reno and Rude are on the case. I'm completely out of rhythm with this, by the way. So a truce has been declared. So this is where I was running up to before, but I had no idea what the fuck I was doing up there. So let's actually try this again. Now's definitely a good time as a save. Scoot over this place, head up to statues. Alright, there's the Turks. I do like there's this mentions to Turks, by the way, that although they are complete bastards for what they did back in Sector 7, that they still care for their colleague, and, you know, they're willing to work kind of sort of with us to save her. Not to the point, you know, where they'll forgive us, but obviously still, you know, we'll take what we can get. Well, not here. Let's move back up this way. Oh. Yeah, that was a bit of a fuck up on my part. Look, I'll take out these last ones here. Him actually getting these last attacks is useful, because he still has to learn his second to last limit break, which requires him to kill a certain number of enemies to do so. So every enemy offs helps build that. Okay. Speak for yourself, Reno. You were just stood there. Mind your own business. Alright, let's follow Reno. Now we know they're not in the cave. The cave only has one ending to it, so... So it looks like we're going back down this way. And here they are. Somehow, I don't know how, but Corneo has like tied them to this statue. I've got no clue how he's done it. But he's being his usual sleazebag self. I don't know what rope lessons those are, but anyway. Corneo, like, are you glitching out, bro? Dude, I mean, I know you're shit, but like, are you having like a stroke or something? Wheel! Long time no see! Yeah, I don't know why Corneo is having like a moment here. Oh, do you feel sad for Corneo? Oh. Well, fuck that noise. So Apps was the boss we killed in the sewer after Corneo, like, you know, let us fall for his pit of death. Alright, this is the boss that I've been building up to all this time. And this is why I have Barrett's Limit Break. Although I can't... Oh god, that's gonna hurt. Jesus, look at that. Alright, so the reason I use Mind Blow there is because Raps only has a certain amount of MP in his pool, and if he doesn't have any MP left, he can't cast Arrow Free, which you just saw did a shit ton of damage. Kinda crazy. Alright, let's get Barrett back up to full health anyway. Get back to the fight. But with Mind Blow used, Raps can't do that anymore, so that's the big threat taken out of the fight, basically, at this point. Oh, 666 damage, Number of the Beast, give me that. Hell yeah, Beast Flare, this will do a good bit of damage. And that's Raps dealt with. If you take Arrow Free out of the fight, he's a lot easier. Oh, wait. Squash tomatoes. I have no idea how Corneo set this up, like, you know, in such a short amount of time, and I do love Barrett's extra long, like, swear moment here. His Tasmanian devil lingo. But the Turks have their moments. I'm going to stand on this thumb. I'm going to tell you how it goes, Corneo. I don't know what Reno just threw at him. I'm going to assume it's a knife. Although, of course, you can substitute your own comedic, like, you know, your own comedic substitution there. This, by the way, is a wonderful inversion of what Corneo does, which is he's asking these rhetorical questions. Like, and we don't get to pick the answer. Reno does this time, which is great. And Corneo is floor pizza. It's what he deserves. Oh, oh. Well, I guess he's right here. I do love that Rude keeps doing that, like, I don't know why he does it, but it's great. Yeah, Reno's a massive prick and a mass murderer, but there are moments in which he has a kind of a conscience. I would laugh, by the way, if this scene ended with, like, you know, Yuffie just being left there. Like, they can take Leia down, because Leia's completely incellous. Yeah, Yuffie's completely cocks up the order of the materia, so I'm going to have to menu that to death, basically. Alright, we'll leave it to it. So that was the material we picked up before, and we now have it for real. But we're not done at Wutai yet. Not even close. So, what I will actually do, I'm going to nip over to the save point. I'm going to swap Yuffie into the party. I'm going to do some materia rearrangement. And I'm going to nip for a quick bio break. And I'll be right back. Okay, if you'll excuse me, ladies, gentlemen, MBs, I'll be back just in a moment. Please enjoy this wonderful music while I nip away. Thank you very much for your patience there. I have now returned. I have also got myself a vodka and coke, so I'll keep me going for a little while. Anyway, we need to start doing stuff with Yuffie. So, before we actually do anything with her equipment, we actually need to head back over here firstly, because the shops in Wutai are now open to us, specifically the weapons one, and that's where we want to go firstly. We'll obviously want to get, like, good kit for everyone. Just gonna buy all the good shit here. Got more than enough money for it, it's not even a problem. Alright. So, I'll give everyone their new kit now, while it's on my mind. Okay, so since Yuffie completely screwed up everything with regards to the materia, we're gonna just take all of it out, every single bit of it. In fact, I need to go and do the same with Vincent, whose materia is completely effed up. Putting Yuffie for now, and I'm gonna remove it. Alright. So, for this particular section now, this is entirely on Yuffie to do a couple of boss fights back to back. And for that, we're going to give her the best material that we have available, basically. We'll start with HP Plus, because she's definitely going to need that. Counter-attack, definitely. Enemy skill, for certain. Restore. Gravity, definitely. Chokamug. So we have the MP Misora materia. I'm actually going to swap the gravity materia with that, so we can make some use out of it. For later, we're going to have Elemental, and we're also going to have Lightning. Death Blow as well. Can't hurt to have that. And Odin, because Odin's pretty strong on damage. Right, we should be set to go, I think. This is going to be very ad-lib this next section, because I don't have a guide for the bosses there to follow. Yuffie's going to be fighting them all on her own. But she has the best kit that I can currently give her. So we'll see how we go. This may potentially fall apart horribly, but we'll find out. So what we need to do now is head over to the Padoga. Alright. Completely immune to that, never mind. Smack him around a little bit. We've got plenty of equipment to use, plenty of items to use to get over this fight. Go, Grease Lightning! So yeah, these bosses are quite tough, as you can see. If he hits Yuffie though, at least we get her limit break. So he actually just cast Barrier on himself, which is a bit of a mistake on his part because it got reflected to Yuffie, which means that she now actually will take less damage as a result. Whoops. Or I thought she did, but I guess not. There we go. Hit surprisingly hard there. We should be fine. The bosses from here on out are not too difficult until the final one, actually, from what I've seen. Wow. I'm going to actually come back in a second because I need to change some equipment out for this particular fight, if I recall correctly. But that's fine, it'll give us a chance to rest up. I don't believe the encounter's actually reset if you come out of the Padoga. Alright then. I don't know who has this particular piece of kit that I need. I'm going to find it. Nope, can't swap out Cloud. Apologies for the dry menuing here. I try to keep it as limited as I possibly can. But I do just want to make sure I have the right kit for this particular fight that's going to be coming up here. That's the one. Alright, so that takes Yuffie out of haste because we don't have the sprint shoes on anymore. But that's fine because this next fight is all about putting Berserk on her, which is a real problem. And that's actually hinted at by Shake's dialogue as it happens, like about anger, for example. So I do think that there are times when this game might potentially want to do a better job of like foreshadowing, like, hey, maybe you should have this particular kit equipped for this particular fight. But at the same time, I do feel it would make it also a little too easy. To me, the idea that the way I see this particular game is that it was built in mind that you would game over a lot and you'd learn from it. So yeah, Shake's big thing is that she's really, really fast. Doesn't hit quite as hard, mind you, but still. This is where our limit breaks come in especially handy, along with our enemy skill materia. So yeah, that's the reason I equipped the Peace Ring, because Rage Bomber actually inflicts Berserk, and if that happens then Yuffie will just attack continuously with extra damage. Which, you might think to yourself, what's the big deal? Well, I can't control her if that happens, and that means that she will die horribly. Well, we got all these X potions, we might as well use them. There we go. So far, so good. It's been a while since I felt pain. Heyo, Gero! Thank you very much for joining, my friend. Hope you're doing okay, mate. Just sending the U-Padoga, the Wutai Padoga here. U-Padoga is a different thing from a different Final Fantasy entirely. Anyway, since that has been dealt with, I can put the haste thing back on here. Now, I'm actually going to change Yuffie's material up a little here. I need to put something else on instead. Because I've completely cleared out all of our materia here, so we're going to have poison instead. I'm doing well, thanks. Probably gonna die horribly to this particular boss, but we'll see how we go. So that's the problem with this particular attack, is it causes paralyzed. I had hoped to change my equipment before this fight, but well, we've got barrier anyway, so it's not really a big deal. That's also the MP absorb materia there, returning some of the MP we used back. Not a huge amount though. Alright. That's going to be very handy for our purposes that this boss is stunned. Sorry, poisoned rather, because obviously I can't attack while Yuffie is paralyzed, but they will continue to take damage as a result, so that's very nice. Ooh, that's a good crit. I love that lead to the side animation, it's like, ah, whatever, I don't care. Yeah, that's going to fill up Yuffie's limit break there. That is the most trolly thing ever, like just this whatever pose. Thankfully, our Grease Lightning, which should do damage and will kill, as a matter of fact. Good times. You feel leveling up there. Ice Ring, very nice. That will come in handy very much so later in the run. Alright, Staniv. Just gonna casually walk up here. So, I'm not going to use an effort just yet. I'm actually going to fight the next fight without one. And then I'll return to the bottom of Doga, heal up, and then come back up here to do the final boss. But this one apparently is not too difficult from what I've seen here. It's the final boss that's a real bitch. So use regular bio at this point just to try and get the poison status to stick. Not quite. There we go. Yeah, Yuffie having the counter materials coming out is proving really handy at this point. I'm okay with that, because Warcry inflicts sadness, which actually means Yuffie will take less damage just at the expense of not building Limit Break quite as quickly. But, oh no, whatever will we do? And he dies from poison. Alright. So we have one more boss to go, and he, as you might expect, is the most dangerous of the lot. Since that boss actually quite handily gave me an elixir, I'm going to use that to actually heal Yuffie up and save us going all the way back. Face him! Alright. Let's check our materials all in a good spot here. Yep. Cure, Death Blow, Odin, Poison. I'm keeping Lightning and Elemental in because I know ahead of time that this particular boss we're going to be fighting has Lightning Magic. Got Poison in, we're going to need that. Alright, I'm going to replace this with Chocobo. I'm having stuff. Why Chocobo? Well, the next boss we're going to fight is weak to slow and stop. So hopefully we can make good use of this. And note the music has stopped out, which is really neat. So yeah, Godo, who we saw before conked out on the floor, is Yuffie's dad. He's flexing. Alright. I don't guarantee I'm going to win this, but I'm going to give it my best. I do have good enemy skills, mind you. So what I'm hoping for here more from the damage is actually just Godo being stopped, because Chocobo can inflict salt. If that doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. Didn't quite get the poison there as much as I'd like to. Not the end of the world. 75 hit points is nothing to sneeze over. There we go. I have one more summon of Chocobo left, so I'll use it and see how we go. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I do have to note, by the way, I love the irony here that Yuffie stole all the materia from our party earlier, and now she's relying on that very same materia to defeat her father. Alright, we didn't end up stopping him, but that's not the end of the world. So, Godo has a very specific weakness, which is to gravity-based magic. And I actually don't have it here, funnily enough. But that's not the end of it. That's not the problem. We'll just deploy him for a little bit. Gravity-based magic does a lot of damage to him. Alright, tried. This is why I put lightning magic with elemental in my armor for Yuffie, because it takes a lot of the damage out. This is also the only way you can learn the Trine magic as an enemy skill if you didn't get it from Materia Keeper previously. Well, that's rude. Put big guard on again, just to make sure we're protected. I mean, again, this drain thing is nothing really to worry about because you saw the cure spell they did before that did like. That's poison Yuffie, but that's fine. Like, the healing spell they did before, like, healed 1,200 hit points, so the drain spell healing 75 by comparison is inconsequential. This is why I brought Odin along, though, to, you know, do some major damage. Give him the gay ball, lad. Yeah, that's right. Straight for the X potion here because that is going to be massive damage. Demi-Free does 75% of your current HP and damage, so that's why it's quite painful. The Grand's limit break, and he's dead! Take that, Dad! Think he doesn't want to do homework? No, we're not having that. So Yuffie's got her next limit break as a result, and All Creation, which is her final limit break. Oh, Gora's been put on the floor. I have never heard someone, like, after doing exercise go, heave, heave. It doesn't work, does it, to be quite honest? No, huff puff for that matter. Ha ha. Heh heh. Ha ha ha. It's a nice moment though, to be fair. Also, what the feck was that noise? I have no idea. I don't know. So Yuffie's been like coveting materia all this time to try and bring, like, you know, prosperity and status to Wutai, and Godo in his own way, like, you know, said it doesn't really matter because I've kept this all this time, but it's how you use it is most important, which is quite neat. Like, it's such a small point, but it's good. And now for a tune. I should point out, by the way, if you want to read this in the context of the game, then note how strong those bosses were relatively and that they still got overwhelmed by Shinra. Yuffie's right, though, to be fair, you know? But what do you do, like, you know, when your town is basically threatened with annihilation? Like, do you capitulate? Do you let it, you know, carry on? Do you let it turn into a tourist trap to save it, at least in some form, even if it's just the shadow of its former self? I, again, just have to wonder to myself, like, I'd love to know, like, what the creators of the game, like, were intending by this, because it does feel like a throwback to imperialistic Japan, like before it lost World War II. And make no mistake, by the way, it lost World War II for very good reasons. They were allied with the fucking Nazis. There's no mistake, you know, there's no ambiguity about it, that it was a good thing that they lost. Although we can, of course, discuss later, like, you know, the means in which they actually did lose through the Enola Gay and whatnot. And you might think, of, God, you're going to this deep with it, but, like, come on, it's clear as day, like, this is not unintentional. Just don't go chucking it in like ponds or something. Just saying. This is the point where, you know... This is the point where Yuffie realizes that she has a bigger role than just simply, like, you know, following the party, steal their materia. And everyone just moves in sequence, because of course... God damn it, Godo! In Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, by the way, it is Yuffie, if I recall correctly, who is carrying all of the materia that she wants to give to Cloud during his fight with the revived Sephiroth. Spoilers, by the way, for Advent Children, who gives a shit? I actually really wish that he hadn't had... Oh god, that pose. I really wish they hadn't actually had that moment, just at least give it a veneer of legitimacy beyond that, but... Alright, I guess we go back down the Padoga now, haven't we? Well, never mind, let's head back down here. Okay, so we got the Leviathan materia. The Leviathan materia is water-based. That, in of itself, is not all that useful for offense, but it is very useful for defense for a boss that we'll be fighting somewhat soon in this little casual run of mine. But for the moment, I'm going to retreat to the save point. I've got everyone the kit they need, and I'm going to retire for the evening. So I'll say now before we get there, thank you very much to everyone who's joined me tonight to watch me conquer Wutai, which I've done. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I apologise for the slow pace of getting up the mountain and kind of fucking that up. I'll do all the like relevant like menuing shit off screen, but I'm not going to bore you set by showing that right now. Anyway, with that, we are saved. So thank you very much for your time, everyone. I hope you have a great Friday, if it is still Friday where you may be in the world right now. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves and your loved ones. Have a great time, and as always, embrace everyone. It's the end of the universe. Good night.